themes in the presentations today. So I'm going to be talking about the brain as well. So as most of you know, there is, have you heard of left brain versus right brain? So basically the left brain is responsible for processing technical aspects, and the right brain is responsible for processing the creatives. I think it's true, and I believe that people are stronger at one side than the other. But is it actually true that scientists, like engineers, cannot be artistic? Or in the same way, is it true that artists cannot do math?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Can you think of some examples of how art and science work together and created something really amazing? And I truly believe that really cool things can happen when combined art with science. My job here today is to show you that in order to spur the most creative innovations, the two parts, arts and sciences, need to work together. You can either, an artist can either work with an engineer, or you can try to train the weaker side of your brain. In our society today, there's a lot of focus on economic development and advancement, but unfortunately, a lot of people are still focusing on the technical aspects like math, engineering, and the sciences. What our society really is forgetting is that one magical element, art, that can really create, that really sparks innovation. In fact, studies have shown that if you have training in the arts, this can help you learn better by helping your mind gather, store, and communicate information. All right, I guess I'm moving a little bit fast, but let's look at some real-life examples. If you look at Leonardo da Vinci, some say he was a very renowned artist. Others say he was a very smart engineer. The truth is he was both, and that's why he's known to be one of the most brilliant people in history. Now, let's look at the Nobel Prize as well. A lot of you know about the Nobel Prize. According to history, Nobel Prize winners are actually usually more likely to be artist scientists. In fact, they are 17 times more likely to be a painter, 12 times more likely to be a poet, and 4 times more likely to be a musician versus the average Joe scientist. We can also look at practical inventions. The camouflage uniform that we see on US soldiers was actually, right over here, was actually invented by an American painter. He based it on the movement Cubism, and he observed how gradation can make objects lose their 3D qualities, and this makes them it makes people harder to see when they're wearing camouflage clothes. A second example is the pacemaker. The pacemaker was actually inspired by the musical pendulum, and that's how art and science combined created something really cool as well. Another thing is the Japanese art of folding, origami. Origami actually helped to create developments in the modern airbag. So this is an airbag that we see in vehicles today. Finally, I'm a big fan of Apple, so here's my plug. Steve Jobs called himself and his team over at Apple artists. And what do you know? The current CEO, Tim Cook, was also an industrial engineer, just like me. So I'm not saying that I'm as amazing as any of the people that I just mentioned, but I am still proud to call myself an artist engineer. After going through the industrial engineering program at UT, I realized that creativity is so important in engineering. But the sad truth is, a lot of times, the creatives and the arts isn't promoted, isn't taught in the engineering program, and also it isn't used in the engineering profession. So this is so I brought this canvas to the UT program just to inspire the engineers at UT to stay creative, and then these are the responses that they put out. So let me introduce to you the engineering design cycle. Just to simplify things, I'll break it off into two parts. The latter part, so plan, build, and prove, is where the engineering technical process comes in. We need to use the technical process to plan, test, and draw conclusions from the ideas gathered. But it is only through the creatives that we can brainstorm, understand, and develop ideas that address the actual needs of the society. And I'm going a little bit fast, but this is where the creatives really do need to come in. So this shows that art and the technical aspects really do need to get to work together in order to actually develop the engineering process. So yes, I really do think that it's important to develop the sciences, and I also think that it's equally important to develop the arts. But perhaps the traditional approach that we've been taking has been all wrong. Instead of developing the sciences separately and the arts separately, we might have to look at the big picture and put them together. The two parts really do need to support each other, because by helping each other, we bring out the best in the two fields. And it's only when the two team up, that's when we really get those amazing innovations happening. Thank you.